Welcome back to another This Week in Warframe. This is going to be for the week of February 2nd through February 9th. And first thing, we're going to check out Bird here. I'm going to remind you guys, grab your Crimson Archon Shard this week for 30,000 standing. And as we walk over to see what EDA is, we're going to talk about what's happening this week. So this Thursday, February 6th, starting at 2 p.m., we are going to have Operation Belly of the Beast is coming back. And this is where you're going to be able to farm out 2 full sets of, let's say, Energize, Grace, Barrier, and I guess all the other arcanes that you typically can get from doing Eidolon. So this is going to be a good place to basically, if you don't have a full arcane Energize, or if you want to grab a bunch of extras to sell for platinum like down the road, it's not a bad idea. But we also have new Nightwave happening this Thursday, Nora's Mix Volume 8, and we also have Rhino Heirloom, which is happening this Thursday. Friday, tickets for TennoCon this year are going to be opening up. So if you're looking to go to TennoCon, starting this Friday, February 7th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard, you can grab your tickets for TennoCon. And then not this week, but next week, we have Lavos Prime coming out on February 12th. Now for the Deep Archimedia this week, we're looking at a Survival, Exterminate, and Disruption. I just want to talk about Prime Resurgence really quick. So we have this week, this is it. We have until February 6th, this Thursday, for you guys to get Atlas Vauban, Equinox Wukong, Hydroid Mesa, Gara, and Titania Prime, and any of the weapons that they came with. You have until this Thursday to do this. 3 days, 18 hours. Now, usually it says the next frames, and I think from what I read earlier, it's Ember and Rhino. Specifically, I know Rhino is coming back because his heirloom is coming out on Thursday. So I'm pretty sure they said it was going to be Rhino and Ember because of Rhino's heirloom. Now, if we check out the 1999 console and we see what the next 3 months are looking like, we have prizes for a Exilus Weapon Adapter and an Emerald Archon Shard. Then we have for a secondary Arcane Adapter and an Arcane Enhancement. For November here, we have a Forma Blueprint and an Arcane Enhancement. Then we have 6,000 Kuva and a Forma. And we also have a 6,000 Endo, an Arcane Enhancement, and then a 3-day Affinity Booster and an Orokin Reactor Blueprint. So if we check the Events tab, we have Thermia Fractures with another 16 hours, 56 minutes. For the alerts, we have the reminder to do weekly Iatan Treasure Hunt with Maru, and this is going to be the last of the Corrupted mod, like, weekly missions that are happening. This is your 15 hours, 16 hours left, basically, to go get this mod. For Steel Path, we have Sabotage, Capture, Interception, Mobile Defense, and Mobile Defense. For Invasions, we have a Snipetron Vandal Barrel versus a Strun Wraith Blueprint. We also have a Carrack Wraith Barrel versus a Dara Vandal Receiver. And we have a Dara Vandal Blueprint versus a Strun Wraith Stock. We also have, today's sortie was a Spy Rescue and a Defense. And this week's Archon Hunt is against Naira. For an Amber Archon Shard, we got to do a Spy, a Disruption, and a Showdown. If we check out what Nora's got going on this week, the usual weeklies, plus kill 100 Eximuses, 1,000 enemies on Steel Path, complete 8 zones of Sanctuary Onslaught, collect 15 decrees in a single Deviri session or run of the circuit, complete a game of Komi and Deviri, and then today's daily is 40 enemies with headshots. Now remember, this is the last week that we have to spend whatever extra credits you've accumulated in Nightwave. So I got another 370 right now I got to burn through, and hopefully we have good choices to spend these on. Sure. So the aura mods right here, Shotgun Scavenger, Deadeye, Pistol Scavenger, and Energy Siphon. I personally will probably be buying more Energy Siphons and Deadeyes because they just seem to sell a little bit faster in trade chat. So Wild Frenzy, the Grakata, Precision Strike for the Tonkor, Range Advantage for the Akjagara. We also have Recharge Barrier for Volt, Skull Shots for Viper, Focus Acceleration for the Tetra, and Purifying Flames for Ember. Now, if we check out what's going on in the circuit, Steel Path style, we got the Bratton, Lato, Skana, Paris, and Kunai Incarnate adapters here. And if you already have those, you can scroll over, grab a Rifle, Pistol, Melee Riven, or 20,000 Kuva. If we check out what's going on the normal circuit, then we're going to see that we have options between Necros, Valkyr, and Oberon. Checking out Akrithis this week, we browse her wares. We're going to see that she's got a Kimbo Slipshot for 10 Pathos Clamps, a Shotgun Riven mod for 15 Pathos Clamps with Lavos coming out, and the Cedo Prime. You probably are going to want to try to acquire more Shotgun Rivens, FYI. We have an Exilus Weapon Adapter, we have 5000 Kuva, and we have a Companion Weapon Riven mod as well. Oh, and a Forma Blueprint for 10 Pathos Clamps. If we check out what Teshin's got going on in Steel Path Honors, we'll see that he's got his Veiled Riven Cipher, as per usual, for 20 Steel Essence, and a Czar Riven mod for 75 Steel Essence. And checking out everybody's #1 dunce cap here, browsing merchandise, we'll see that he's got a Tenet Ferox with 46.5% magnetic. That's a maybe. We have a 25% cold Grigori, skip it. Olivia is 37.5% electricity, skip it. Tenet exec is 25.8% cold, skip it. And the Agendus is 32.7% heat. Personally, I would skip all these things and I would wait for something that come out that's 50 or above. We have another 2 days left before this store will reset, so I would stop by then and check out what else he's got.
How much platinum have you made since you've become a Patreon?
Over 100K.
45K.
60, 70,000.
20,000.
What's the most amount of platinum you've made in a week?
12K.
Probably about 5,000.
5,400.
Probably 8K.
What's the most amount of platinum you've made in a day?
5,400.
Day was probably 4K.
Probably about 3,000.
2K.
What's your favorite method of making platinum that you've learned from me?
Mostly just flipping ribbons and selling warframes.
Probably arbitrations.
Selling sets of Warframes.
I enjoy Zeramon the most.
Imagine how much time and money they've saved. You know where the links are.
Reminder to stop by the Chrysalith on the Zeramon and visit Archimede and Yanta for your 35,000 Kuva. Then you could travel to Iron Wake on Earth and visit Palladino for your 2 Rivens, your 35,000 Kuva, and your 150,000 credits. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and stop by my Twitch channel where you can get free drops when they are community-wide, also free rewards I do all the time anyway. And make sure you check out your Invigorations this week and see what you got. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you in the next one.